Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, hello, hi, we see more people coming in. We have 116 people in climbing. Hi, good afternoon. Very nice to see you all here again. Hi. Hi, my name is Stephanie. Before we go into the program today, I'm just gonna show you a little clip of ours. 1 second. Hang on.
Kim works full-time and cares for her aging mom. Her days were spent doing housework, helping mom with personal care, making appointments, arranging in-home help, managing medications, running errands, and driving mom to all her medical appointments. Kim was exhausted and overwhelmed, and she worried about how to pay for mom's increasing care needs. Then Kim discovered On Lok PACE, a program of all-inclusive care for the elderly. On Lok PACE meets mom's needs all under one program. With On Lok PACE, she has a care team of professionals. They work together to coordinate and deliver mom's health and care needs. Mom's team includes her doctor, nurse, social worker, physical therapist, occupational therapist, dietitian, dentist, activity therapist, home care coordinator, caregiver, and transportation driver. Mom's team makes sure she has the care, medical supplies, medications, equipment, and social enrichment she needs for overall well-being. Kim met with an On Lok PACE enrollment representative. She learned that the program is both a health plan and a healthcare provider combined. Mom qualifies because of her age and she lives in the service area. She needs help with mobility, transfers, and personal care. Mom can live safely in the community, such as her own home, and she agrees to receive her health and personal care from On Lok PACE. Best of all, On Lok PACE covers all Medicare and Medi-Cal services, plus more. And there are no deductibles, co-payments, or co-insurance for any care and services approved by the care team. Now, Kim can relax and enjoy her time with mom. The On Lok PACE care team handles all the details. Is On Lok PACE right for your family? Find out. Call today at 1-855-308-1306. TTY 711.
Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Stephanie, and on behalf of the On Lok team, we would like to welcome all of you. And the video that we just showed you is an overview of our PACE program. Our PACE program provide medical and support services for senior so that they can age at home as independent as possible. And our On Lok Senior Care Senior Center is the largest senior center in San Francisco, and we offer meal, virtual exercise classes, and case management services. Today, we're so happy to see you all by the end of the year. It's going to be our last show of this year, but we're going to have more next year. So next year, we're going to be it's going to be every month starting from February, the first Thursday of the month. The same time, we'd love to see you here together with Chef Yan and see how he's do his magic in his kitchen. So, so with that, I'd like to introduce our celebrities, superstar, Mr. Chef Yan here. Hi.
Hello
Hi,
everybody！
so nice to see you
歡迎各位
here.
今次又嚟咧，同我哋咧一齊分享美食啦！Welcome everybody! I'm saying everything in
Hi.
Chinese.
With
Welcome
that,
everybody to join me to this wonderful monthly Yan Can Cook with On Lok. Everything I do is try to be healthy, but you know, Yan, we got to celebrate. So this one is not necessarily the most healthy dish, but this is one of the most popular dishes. You go to a typical Chinese restaurant, you go to different Chinese restaurant, one of the actually they have restaurants specialized in 煲仔飯, you know. 煲仔飯, everybody know that, 煲仔. Can everybody hear me very clearly?
yes,
Good.
I can hear you good.
Yeah, good. You go to a restaurant like Bohan in Chinatown in Grand Avenue, they specialize in bo zai fan, means clay pot dishes. One pot meal. What I mean one pot meal is basically one pot, you got everything here. Today, I want to show you the most popular one. Lap mei bo zai fan. This is clay pot rice with all kind of preserved meat. Yunchang, liver sausage, pork sausage, Chinese bacon, and also lap ngap, preserved duck. All of this, but I add a little bit more to it, just in case you want to have something a little bit more healthy. So what I'm going to do, you can cut down on these preserved meat, and you use chicken. I also use chicken to show you, you can use chicken in place of these. So now I want to introduce you to something. Maybe some of you audience have never used this before. This is fa lap yok, lap yok. This is Chinese bacon. Look at that. This is the Chinese bacon here. You see, this is a side pork preserved with soy sauce, wine, and sugar, and a little bit of salt. And this in the fridge lasts for a whole year. If you put it, you can actually freeze them or put it in the fridge, airtight fridge. It lasts for a long time. This is the one that you can buy, and this would last you long time. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut all of these into thin slices, okay? And then I have rice. This is the rice. I mix basically this is long grain rice, and you can use one portion of long grain rice with a tiny bit of medium grain rice, like the sushi rice. Then it will be even better, okay? But you can just use long grain rice. I let it soak a little bit and I set it aside. And then the ingredient is very simple. I'm going to slice this pork sausage, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, slice it at an angle like this. Look at that, very simple. The liver sausage, the same way. I cut it at an angle, beautiful. Cut it at an angle like this. Look at that. And I also would like to have some ginger slices. You see, 1 and a 2 and a 3. Very thin slices like this. Let me show you how thin I had cut this. Very thin slices like this. Look at that. Very thin slices. And then I put this together and I julienne. All julienne and set it aside. Okay. So this way is very unique. So the way to do it is very simple. I use a clay pot. I pick up one of this clay pot. Now this is the traditional clay pot that most people use. This is the one that I use for many years. I use it for 20 years, this clay pot, okay? And then you can buy clay pot like this. This lasts a lot longer, okay? Then what you do is I turn this on and I put the rice right here. But before you do that, you want to make it look nice and taste good. I want to do a little bit different than normal, okay? What I'm gonna do is I crush a little garlic, peel your garlic. So peel your garlic like this. And then I crush your garlic and I crush it. Crush garlic, okay? Garlic and ginger. What I'm gonna do is to make this tastier than most Chinese restaurants. I heat this up and I put a tiny bit of oil. The oil I'll use is camellia tea seed oil, very healthy. This is the one that I use for stir fry because the smoking point is very high, about 485 degrees Fahrenheit. That means 高煙點, it doesn't smoke as easily. 有機, also organic and first extraction. Or not only that, loaded with vitamin A and all the wonderful things. And also a lot of antioxidant. So we stir fry this garlic. Okay, this is a very unique way of doing it. It will probably taste better than some of the Chinese restaurants because they don't necessarily do it like this. I heat this up and then I stir fry the rice. Okay, I stir fry the rice like this. I drain the water. After I soak it for a little bit, I drain the water. Look at that. I'll drain the water. Okay, I'll drain the water. Okay, I drain the water. And then I stir fry my rice. This way, it tastes a lot better. Now, also I use a tiny bit of sea salt, a tiny bit of either Himalayan salt or sea salt. Don't use the regular salt. They're a lot of preservative, okay? And then I would use this sea salt. You see, sea salt, okay? Fine sea salt, okay? Very, very simple. And then I use a tiny bit of sea salt. And then I stir fry, or you can use Himalayan salt. This is a pure Himalayan salt. Look at that. This is beautiful. That's the way that you do. And then I stir fry this. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. Okay. Okay. Look at that. And I would stir this. This way, it's already very flavorful. Okay. This is so beautiful. Garlic and ginger and a tiny bit of salt. And then I will add the water. Okay. And I actually want to use broth because broth, this is my soup stock. It tastes better. Okay. This way, I'll bring this to a boil. That's what makes my clay pot very different. You know, what I'm doing here is to inspire you, to give you some idea. Cooking should be 隨機應變. That means whatever you like, you do it. No, there's no such thing as the best recipe. The wonderful recipe is the one that you like and your family and your friends and yourself enjoy. That's the best recipe, okay? We'll bring this to a boil. We'll bring this to a boil. While I'm going to get everything ready and show you what I have, okay? I have the chicken. Let me go through this one more time, what I have here. I have liver sausage, pork sausage, Chinese bacon, and lap ngap, preserved duck, and I have mushroom. I cut the mushroom like this. This is the mushroom. I soak it. I cut it at an angle like this. Look at that. I cut it at an angle. It looks like this. Look at that. It looks like this. Okay. So I will use all of this ingredient. And also I have some baby bok choy. Baby bok choy. This is the baby bok choy right here. Okay. And then when this brings to a boil, we're going to put everything in. And then once most of the liquid is evaporated, I will cover it up, reduce the heat, cover up and cook for a little bit. And then I put in the oven. Why I do an oven? Because this way I don't have to worry about overcooking them. And I put in about 300 degrees, 275 to 300, and finish cooking it. This way I have fan jiu, I have the rice crust on the bottom. Fan jiu 最香嘅. And then put the fan jiu, and then when you're ready, you take it out. It is nice and moist and fully cooked. Now look at that. When you boil your rice, with one portion of rice to about 1.3 to 1.5 portion of water, do not cover this up. Once most of this liquid evaporated, disappear, then add all the stuff, then cover up and reduce the heat and finish cooking. That's how you do it, okay? Very, very simple. And never overcook them because you do not want to have too much water. You should have wonderful, just dry rice, okay? Very, very simple. Okay, everybody still following me? Anybody have any questions so far? Anybody have any questions so far?
Yes, Chef Yan, someone who want to ask you if they don't have clay pot, what kind of pot can they use?
Oh, you can use any pot. Let me show you. You can use any pot. You can use this pot. You can use this pot. Okay, any pot. In fact, you look at what I have here. You see the clay pot here? You see that? This is bigger than this. You see this? This one, when I entertain guests, when we serve 8 to 10 people, I'll use this, okay? I'll show you. This is the big clay pot, okay? Okay, compared to this. Now, you can see all the water evaporated, right? I shut it off a little bit, then I line up this. Look at that. Look at how I'm gonna do it. I'll put the salted duck egg yolk, make it very unique. Look at that. And then I line up 1, 2, and a 3, 4, 5. Look at that. I line them all up. I line up all of these, okay? And I line up the liver sausage on the other side. Look at that. This is so beautiful. You see that? And then I have mushroom on both sides. And then I have the Chinese bacon on the end, both sides. This way, you got all the flavor and everything. Better than the lap mei fan you normally eat in the market, in the restaurant. And then I put this right on top of here. This way, everything is in place, okay? And then I have a little piece of chicken. I also put it in here. If you want to use less preserved meat, then you use chicken, okay? And then I put this right here, okay? That's why when this is done, I put a tiny bit of sesame seed oil on top, okay? Tiny bit of sesame seed oil on top. And then I will take it over there. And once again, take a look at this. Most of the water evaporated already. Look at that. Okay, look at that. Look at it, okay? And if you want to have something a little bit more moist, you put a tiny bit extra broth. Now this is a rich beef broth or chicken broth, okay? And then you cover this up, okay? And then you are, oh, wow. Amazing. Never touch something very hot. Wow. I almost burned myself, but always remember, okay? When this is done, I'll take it over here and let it finish cooking in the oven, 300 degree, okay? 300 degree, I just turn it on. This is a 300 degree or to 325 to 350 degree, okay? I'll put it over here and then I let it finish cooking. That's how beautiful this is, okay? This way you don't have to worry about it. Normally, they just cook it right here, but it is better to cook it in an oven, finish it up so you can move on to do other things, okay? So in the meantime, I'm gonna do the second dish. I'm gonna show you why we're getting ready for the second dish. Let me ask questions. Anybody have any question?
Yeah, so they want to know how if they can use brown rice.
Oh yeah, definitely. Not only use brown rice, let me show you a multi-grain rice, even healthier. Let me show you the multi-grain rice that we have. This is amazing, okay? I think I put it inside. I put it inside there. You can use brown rice, it's healthier. You can also use multi-grain rice. 8 grain, okay? This is amazing, this is healthy. In the meantime, we're gonna get ready. Let me show you. Okay, let me show you. And then set up the second dish. Now this is the rice that you should use. Let me show you. This is yang sheng. Look at that. Yang sheng mai. It is 8 different grain. Look at that. You have all of these. You can see. You have all of these. It's from the US. Okay. All of this is the healthiest. Got a lot of wonderful texture, a lot of bite to it. Okay. And that's the reason why you can actually use this. I'll put it over here so everybody can see. This is the yang sheng mai. I buy this. Okay. Anybody else have any questions so far? Now, this is good education because a lot of people never used this before. This is 8 different grains, okay? And I cook this twice a week. I eat brown rice 3 to 4 times a week, and this kind of rice twice a week. And that gave me a lot of, because the rice brand is still here. So you don't lose some of the vitamin and minerals. That's the reason why it's so good. Now, another very popular dish in Chinese restaurant is tofu bo. Tofu bo means tofu. And I use silken tofu. I don't use the regular tofu, I use a silken tofu. You can either use it like this, or you can fry it like this. You see it? I pan fry this like this, okay? I pan fried it or beef deep fried like this. If you're elderly, like senior citizen, hey, use this. Don't have the different. Otherwise, you can use this. But I have something very, very unique. Okay. So the way to do it is like the Chinese restaurant. The way normally they do it is you can quickly stir this like this, like this. Okay. I heat this up. Now this is tofu bo. Okay. Tofu clay pot. But this is something unique. Let me show you the ingredient. I have tofu, okay? Fresh, silken tofu or soft tofu. You can use a regular tofu, but I like the texture of this much better. And then I have fried garlic, and I have onion and shallot and char siu. This is char siu, barbecue pork, leftover barbecue pork from a restaurant. And then I also have bamboo shoot. This is bamboo shoot. Look at that, bamboo shoot. This is the bamboo shoot. I also use the bamboo shoot. This will give it texture and color. And then I also have mushroom, okay? I also have mushroom. I cut it in half, just like I normally I do. This is a wonderful vegetarian dish if you do not use the barbecue pork. That means you can make it vegetarian, or you can make it into a traditional one. Traditional one, they have char siu, okay? So basically, I stir fry this a little bit with the camellia tea seed oil, very healthy oil, okay? Zero cholesterol, and it's wonderful. And in Taiwan, they call fu cha you, very, very popular, very healthy, okay? Heat up this, and then I will have shallot. I have shallot. This is shallot. I slice the shallot. Okay, shallot, hong chong tao, shallot, hong chong. And then I put this over here. And then I also use a kind of a ginger, whole slice of ginger. And then I use onion. Use onion. I put the onion over here. And then I also have a couple of ingredients that you probably don't know. You know what this is? This is garlic. This is fermented black garlic, very healthy, very popular in Korean and Japanese cuisine. When you open it up, it looks like this inside. It looks like this is very, very, very sweet. I also use this too, okay? So this is amazing. Look at that. I'm gonna show you how I stir this. I stir this. I stir all of this quickly. I quickly stir this, and then I have carrot. I have garlic. I have carrot. I put the carrot, okay? And then I also have mushroom, okay? All the mushroom, put it over there. And I have bamboo shoot. See, look at all of these ingredients I have here. And then to make it unique, I have Sichuan pickle. This is Sichuan pickle. Look at that. To give that little kick of flavor, okay? Oh, beautiful. This is already very, very nice. I season it with a tiny bit of sesame seed, oil, a tiny bit of soy sauce, okay? Oh, look at that. Look at that. This is already really, really nice. Then I also add a tiny bit of dry shrimp. Look at that, dry shrimp. Dry shrimp, okay? This is going to be so unique. And then I add the black garlic, fermented black garlic, which is very, very healthy. And then barbecue pork. And then finally, I put the tofu right here. I put the tofu right here. Look at that. And then I toss it in. Oh, look at that. This is a very unique one, okay? Very, very unique. When this is done, I'm gonna show you how to do it, okay? Now, let me show you. The Sichuan pickle is called Bok Choy in Chinese. Now, let me show you. I put all of these right here. Look at that. Look at beautiful. Look at all the wonderful ingredient I have here. This is tofu bowl is probably more unique than anything that you have ever tasted before, because it's got a lot more ingredient there. And then I have the green onion, and then baby bok choy. This is a one dish meal, okay? This is definitely a one dish meal. Look at that. Beautiful, okay? Look at that. And then I add the seasoning. Now look at this. I add broth, okay? I broth, and a tiny bit of pepper, a tiny bit of sugar, not much, just a tiny bit. And then I have oyster flavor sauce, okay? I drizzle this in, and this is gonna be so beautiful. And then I will show you how amazing this is, okay? And this is something everybody can do at home. This is my tofu bowl. This is not a classic tofu bowl, but a classic plus tofu bowl. That means you got a lot more ingredient in here in this particular recipe than most of the one that you order from a typical Chinese restaurant. Now, then you cook this about 8 to 10 minutes over medium heat, because I already quickly stir fried it. It's not cooked yet, right? So any other questions so far? Please ask me any other question.
Yeah, so they want to know, how do you use do you have to process it differently when you buy a new clay pot? Do you have to soak it overnight?
Oh, yeah.
Or...
When you buy a clay pot like this, you see, they have wiring. You soak this overnight in water. Just make sure they don't crack. Just to make sure they don't crack. Sometimes you buy during the shipping, they crack, okay? Make sure you soak it and then allow enough moisture to soak into the clay. And then you put some water and you put it in a burner and let it boil a little bit and make sure to confirm there's no leaking, okay? And also, you never just put the clay pot over high intensive heat by itself with nothing inside. So you don't just let it up. So these are the few things. But if you have this kind of clay pot I just used, or this kind of clay pot, then you don't have to worry about it, because these are much more durable. Any other question?
Yeah, so they want to know how do you choose the type of tofu, and is that any other option rather than tofu?
If you are allergic to tofu, then you cannot. You use something else. You can use maybe a dried bean curd. If you don't like to use dried bean curd, you can just remove the tofu and turn this into a vegetarian. You can just add chicken to making chicken clay pot. You can chicken and mushroom clay pot. Basically, you can do anything you want. You do not have to force yourself into using the same thing all the time, okay? Any other question? The next thing is I'm going to show, yeah.
There is one very interesting question. So I'm just gonna read it off from the chat here. Would Indonesian temper work instead of tofu?
Definitely. The basic tempura is basically fermented soybeans anyway, okay? Then you can use that. It's got a wonderful texture. It's very healthy because it's protein. So you can use anything. And in fact, you can use meat, you can use chicken, you can use shrimp, you can make seafood. You can use a seafood. Instead of using tofu, you can use seafood. But tofu bowl is very popular. Tofu is very popular. You can buy the firm tofu, the regular tofu, or the soft or silken tofu. This is silken tofu that I'm using. Let me show you how beautiful this is. Look at it, beautiful. Look at how beautiful. Look at that. Is it beautiful? Look at that. Okay. And then when it's almost ready, I'm going to have a tiny bit of extra soy sauce and pepper. White pepper, and a tiny bit of extra soy sauce. Okay. And then this way, look at that. I'm going to show you how amazing this is. Okay. I'm going to, because everything doesn't take too long to cook. And this is the most delicious, healthy, wonderful. I even put a tiny bit of green peas, a tiny bit of sprinkle, a tiny bit of green onion on top in the last minute. Okay. And then I will cover this up. Okay. And then I will let it continue to cook for a few seconds. Then I'm going to serve it right here. Okay. Any other questions so far?
Yes, we would like to announce the first winner.
Good. Let's announce the first winner.
Yeah, for your knife set and one On Lok cookbook. The first winner is Elaine Lee from San Diego. Yay!
Oh,
congratulations, Elaine. Yeah.
You have one of my knives, okay? You have a set of these knives and a cookbook that I'll send it to you, and we will autograph it to you if you want. So this Congratulations, Elaine. You have won one of the best knives. Let me show you the amazing knife. Give me a piece of the paper towel, 3 or 4 pieces. Let me show you how wonderful this knife is, okay? Let me show you. This is, when you have a knife like this, let me show you, okay? Look at this. I am, because the amazing. This is white pepper doing it for you, okay? So I'm sorry, I'm actually screaming. I'm screaming because I am so happy for Elaine winning this knife, okay? Let me show you how sharp this knife is, okay? The knife, okay, I cut. Look at that, look at how sharp this knife is, okay? Okay, and then I'm gonna show you, I cut, and I cut. Look at how sharp this is. A sharp knife is a safe knife. When this knife is so sharp, you can cut paper like this. Look at that. Can you imagine? Have you ever seen anything like this before? Have you ever seen anything like this before? Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Elaine, congratulations. Just in case you have not get a chance to win one of these, you can check on this yancancook.com. You can get it, okay? So, and it's wonderful for holiday, and that's the reason why I congratulate Elaine, won this wonderful prize with the cookbook. Now, in the meantime, let me show you, this is ready. Look at that, ready. This is ready, tofu bowl. This is the clay pot tofu with all kind of wonderful ingredients. I put it right over here so everybody can see. I can cover this up. This dish is basically done. I put this right over here. Look at that. This dish is beautiful. Okay, let me show you. Look at that. And then I think our rice is also ready. I'm going to show you the rice. Okay, so the rice is also ready. And this is so beautiful. Okay, and I'm going to show you the rice. We'll get the rice out. Take a look at, I'm getting the rice out from the oven, okay? Beautiful, look at that. I'm gonna put the rice right here. And then I will show you how beautiful this is, okay? Now look at that. Look at that, look at the steam. Everything is done. And then I'm gonna show you, we're gonna add a tiny bit of sesame seed oil, okay? Beautiful. Tiny bit of, this is the soy sauce. Tin Ding Tao Chao. This is the best soy sauce in the market today. So I want to show you, this company have been brewing this. This is double fermented since 1608. Double fermented first extraction. So aromatic. All you need is, with good dishes like that, you don't want to use cheap soy, okay? And then I use soy sauce. 1, 2, 3, okay? And a tiny bit of these. 1, 2, 3. And then I also have a tiny bit of oil, which is cooked. And I want to show you tiny bit of hot oil. This is camellia tea seed oil. Also mix it with the soy sauce. This is how they normally serve. Just a tiny bit. They normally use a little bit too much oil. I use a lot less oil. This is a bit, very hot. Never do this. When this is done, I will show you the second dish is ready. Look at that. All this a clay pot, very hot. Look at that. This is so beautiful. And then I sprinkle a tiny bit of green onion on top. Look at that. That's how you do it. If you want, you can actually have a tiny bit more of this beautiful soy sauce. That, look at that. Okay, mix with a tiny bit of oil. Okay, I will get a tiny bit of oil. I will show you how properly do this. Tiny bit of oil. Tiny bit of oil and a tiny bit of Tin Ding Tao Chao, the double fermented. And this is beautiful. This is how you serve it. and the chicken is there. What it makes this different is not only I have that, I also want to dig it in now so you can see. Okay, look at that. I have a piece of chicken here. Look at that. I have a piece of chicken here, which is already cooked. And I also have a piece of salted duck egg yolk here. That's the reason why this dish is so unique. Look at that. It's very different than most of the one that you can find in the market. Okay. And in fact, if you're here, I would love to invite you to try this. Okay, it's good, absolutely delicious. Now, the third dish I want to show you is very simple. I'm going to heat up the frying pan. Okay, and then we will show you how fast you can do this dish. I'm going to do the Shanghai style siu mai. Okay, let us remove these. Okay, make sure twice a week I eat this. Okay, yang sang mai. This means healthy rice, egg grain. I have some wonderful thin siu mai wrappers that you can buy in the market. You can buy in all Asian stores, siu mai, bok siu mai pei. And then I have cooked rice. This is the glutinous rice, okay? Glutinous rice. You cook it, it looks like this. Once it's cooked, I mix it with a tiny bit of marinated ground meat, which normally Shanghai, they do not use meat, but I put a tiny bit of meat there too, if you want. And then I also mix with a tiny bit of chopped shiitake mushroom. This is soaked shiitake mushroom that I use in the other two dishes, okay? Then I mix this, and I also mix some green onion, okay? And I also mix some green peas, okay? And then I have some chopstick of the chopped water chestnut. If you've never seen this is fresh water chestnut. Ma tai, 新鮮馬蹄. You peel it like this. You peel it like this, okay? And then I chop it up like this. And to give them texture, I also have some sun, a tiny bit of bamboo shoot. I also chop it up. I slice it. Look at that. Look how I do it. Look at that. 1 and 2 and 3. Look at that. And then I put it all together. And then I go. And then I chop it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this way, oh my thing is a lot of texture, a lot of flavor texture, because fresh bamboo shoot is very sweet. Fresh water chestnut, very, very sweet. Very, very good to have, okay? So the next thing I want to show you is how to make the siu mai, okay? Then we can steam it. Now here is how you do it. I have this, okay? And I put this right over here, put a tiny bit of water. Can you see that? Put a tiny bit of water right here. Put a tiny bit of water here. And then I will fold it, okay? I will mix this up. I will fold this, okay? I will fold this rice. 1 heaping tablespoon. Look at that, okay? And then when you do this, you just put your finger like this. Look at that. I squeeze it in. Normally, when they do that, they will use a thinner knife to do it. And do it like that, and you hold on to this. Now, this is the trick, okay? You hold on to it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I push it so this way it won't fall down. 1, 2, 3. This is, look at how fast I can do it, okay? Now, I will do it. I squeeze the middle. I squeeze the middle. You see that? I squeeze the middle. Look at that, okay? I squeeze the middle so this way it looks like this. Look at that. Can you see that? And then I put a tiny bit of topiko. I put a tiny bit of topiko here. Let me show you a tiny bit of topiko. Now this is the topiko, the Japanese fish egg here, okay? And then I put tiny bit of topiko right here. Look at that. Can you see how beautiful? Okay. And then after you're done, you put it all together right here. Okay. Look at that. Wow. You can do all of this ahead of time. You don't have to do in the last minute. Let me show you one more time so everybody can learn. Anybody have any question so far?
They want to know more about the wrapper. Do you have like a package of the wrapper, or maybe
let's show them the package, the wrapper, because you can buy them. It's called thin siu mai, and then in fact I want to show you. I also marinate this with a kind of an oyster sauce and soy sauce and sesame seed oil. So the whole thing is very, very tasty already, okay? Already very tasty here. And then I will show you, now this is simple. Simple, you see how I do it? Right here, my hand looks like this. I put it right here, okay? And then in the meantime, I go like this. Look at that, very, very simple. Look at that, you see this? That's how you do it, okay? Everybody can do it. And then not only that, I do it in such a way that it is very, very cute. It is bigger on the top, flour, and then middle is thinner, and the bottom is flat. And then I'll put a tiny, tiny bit of to pickle on top. Look at that. Look at how beautiful this is. And then also a piece of, look how beautiful. Okay.
Yay.
And then when this is done, anybody else have any questions so far?
Yeah, they want to know how many siu mai you can make out of all this ingredient.
You can make about 15, 20. Now this is the siu mai. I want to show you. This is the wrapper. Okay, can you see that?
Yeah, I can see that.
Siu mai wrapper. You can actually siu mai wrapper. It's a bok siu mai pei. Very thin. You got to say bok. Thin. Sometimes they don't. They just say siu mai wrapper. But you got to buy the one that wrap, which with nice and thin. Okay, that's what you need. Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to show you how easy it is to do this. Now here, I have a steamer. Okay, I have a steamer here. Look at that. I have a steamer here. Look how beautiful. And this steamer, I have a little lettuce. This is a Napa cabbage. I put this on top of here so they would not touch. They will not get stuck. Okay, look at that. Can you see that, everybody?
Yeah, I can see that.
Look how beautiful.
I think we should announce our second winner is
second winner.
Bob Cablo from Chicago.
Bob
Yay!
From Chicago. Bob, congratulations. You're gonna love the knife. I will show you quickly how to take care of the knife, okay? Now, first of all, I'm gonna cover this up and then we're gonna steam it. I'm gonna show you how fast you can steam it, okay? In the meantime, I'm gonna show you for Bob and Elaine that won a wonderful, wonderful prize. I will show you how to take care of the knife. First of all, you hold the knife like this, okay? Bob and Elaine, just in case you do not have one. You always put your index finger here, your thumb here, and hold a firm grip. When you cut, you hold onto it, you push the blade against your knuckle. You cut like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now, just in case you have never used this, you have never seen this, I will show you a knife guard. This is the knife guard that we have designed. Finger guard. This, you put your finger here, okay? And then you put your finger here, and then when you cut, you see this? You put your finger here, you see this? Now this is the hole here. You put your finger here, you cut, you go. So this will protect. This is a finger guard. And okay, finger guard. And then how do you sharpen your knife? Very simple. Normally, I have a sharpening steel, which is diamond sharpening steel. You can use it when you sharpen a knife, it's about 15 degrees. One all the way. 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how you do it. When this is done, let us show you a paper towel again. We show you how sharp this knife is. I have used this knife for 1.5 years already. Very, very light, well balanced, and a full tank. So you're lucky to have one of these knives. I'm going to show you how sharp this knife is. Okay, everybody see. In the meantime, I'm going to show you how amazing this knife is. You see, I have a piece of paper here, right? I have a piece of paper here, okay? A piece of paper, and I'm going to fold it again just to show you a sharp knife is a safe knife. You ask my good friend Jacques Pepin or anybody, Bobby Frey, Emerald, good chef always make sure their knife is sharp. And I cut. Look at that. Look at that. All these are angle. This is how amazing that I cut up all of these triangle pieces. And then small. Look at that. Look at how sharp this Bob and Elaine. Lucky winner of my knife. And then once again, when you have a good knife, this is what you can do. Once again, look at that. Look at this. A sharp knife is a safe knife. And protect your knife, and I'll show you, to protect your knife, you have a knife guard. Hey, look at that. I protect my knife with a knife guard like this. Look at that. This way, when you finish using it, you wash it, and then you put it back, and the knife guard to protect the blade. That's how you do it, okay? And this knife, you should not use it for chopping heavy bones. This is a chef knife, not a chopper. This is a chopper. Look at that. Look at how much thicker. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the shape. This is a cleaver, chopper. This is a Chinese chef knife that I have designed. Okay, so congratulations. Today I show you how to do it. Just in case your knife get a little bit dull, use a stone. You see that? Use a stone, and then normally you have stone that have coarse and fine. Okay, first you sharpen your knife on the coarse side at the same angle like this. Never change the angle. Always up and down, up and down, up and down. And then you turn it to the other side. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And then fine one. Oh, it depends on whether you're getting a wet stone or oil stone. If you're oil stone, you use oil. Okay, use mineral oil. If it's wet stone, you use water. Okay, look at that. Look at all of these. Everybody know how to do it, and I'm so glad that I get a chance to show you how to use it. Finally, the dish is done. I'm going to show you. You steam this for 4 to 5 minutes because the rice is already cooked. Only the pork. But if you do not use pork, it's even faster. This is basically done. Look at that, how beautiful. This is done, okay? When this is done, we will serve it in a serving platter like this. I'm going to show you how to garnish this, how to garnish all of these wonderful dishes, okay? Now, I'm going to have a tongue. Let me show you how beautiful. Wow, look at how beautiful this is. I cannot believe it. Ah, beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. Okay. This is the Shanghai shumai. When this is done, I'm going to show you. We have a little cilantro on the side from my garden. Okay. And then I have a tiny bit of soy sauce, vinegar, and I look at that. Beautiful. And then, look at that. 1 and 2 and 3. That's another dish that I have just presented to you. And then for this, you put a tiny bit of cilantro and then extra sauce on the preserved meat with rice, lap mei fan. all of these dishes today. I am showing you. Everybody can enjoy it and do it at home. And enjoy your holiday. If you have a lot of people, using this clay pot. Look at that. If you have a lot of people, use the big clay pot. I have the big clay pot. So this way, everybody can enjoy the dish. These are classic dishes. You go to Chinese restaurant, you ask Helen, you ask my good friend Stephanie at On Lok. Classic dish. You can actually order this. But this one, you have to make it at home. Not too many restaurants make this glutinous rice siu mai with all the wonderful chopped nuts, chopped bamboo shoot and water chestnut and mushroom. It is delicious. Okay. If you want to make it nice and hot for young people, hey, this is hot chili oil. Let me show you. Hot chili oil. Look at that. Look at that. That's hot chili oil. That means, in a true sense, you can do anything you want. Cooking should be very, very spontaneous. Use common sense, use your noodle, and create your own. This is just for your reference, okay? If you like this, next time you go to a restaurant, you go to a classic restaurant, say, I want 煲仔臘味煲仔飯. Wow, they say, wow, you know what you're talking about. 豆腐煲, hey, 豆腐煲, tofu, clay pot, and clay pot rice with preserved meat. That's all the wonderful food. And then, of course, today, I also present you with this wonderful Shanghai style rice dumpling, rice siu mai. But this tastes just as good as something with meat, because I put a lot of wonderful things in between into the rice. You can also add meat, or vegetarian, vegan, no meat. So any other question? Give you one more chance to ask question. We'll give one more prize away.
Yes, they want to know, what if the local store doesn't have the siu mai wrapper? Is that any other substitute that they can use? Is that wonton wrapper? Is that okay?
You can use wonton wrapper. The thing is, I don't want to use a very heavy dough. So if you cannot buy the thin siu mai wrapper, use the regular wonton wrapper. Okay, you don't even have to cut it round. The wonton wrapper is normally square, and that actually looks much nicer. It looks like a flower petal anyway. So you do not have to cut it. You don't have to cut the dough into a round dough. Okay, I'm glad you asked that question. Because of that, you asked a great question. Let's another set. Let's draw another prize for another lucky winner.
Yes, we the next winner will be Lori from Hawaii. If you can.
Oh, Lori, where do you live? I don't know where you live, but I'm going to Hawaii in January the 6th. I'm going to Hawaii. I love Hawaii. I'm going to go and say hello to Alan Wong and my good friend Sam Choi, and also Roy Yamaguchi, because they are good friends. I used to go to Hawaii to do the Hawaiian food and wine show. I love Hawaii. I do snorkeling, I do climbing, I do diving, and I go to the beach and windsurfing. Amazing. I love Hawaii.
Yes. So Lori, please email us your contact information.
We'll send it to you. Book
yeah.
Sign it to Lori.
Yay. So well, how long did you cook the siu mai? How long have you steamed the siu mai?
Because it's rice, so the rice is already cooked, right? So I steamed the siu mai for approximately 4 minutes. But if you use raw, you have to cook it longer. But I suggest that you partially cook steam your glutinous rice first before you use it. So the rice that I use, let's show them the glutinous rice, the cooked glutinous rice, the glutinous rice right here, the glutinous rice. Yeah. I will show you. Remember, I show you. You cook the glutinous rice already. See, you cook the glutinous rice ahead of time. So this way, you do not have to worry about cooking it for too long. Because when you cook it too long, the wrapper might change shape if you cook it too long. So 4 to 5 minutes is perfect. Look at that. This one is so good. I normally don't eat anything in front of the camera. I'm going to show you. I have a little sauce. and then I will buy into it and see whether it passed my standard and expectation.
You
Look
make
at
me
that.
so hungry.
Look at that. You know what? It tastes so good.
Wow, I'm drooling.
Mm, it tastes so good. Mm, mm, mm.
Okay, okay.
I can talk. Don't sorry. Oh,
Thank you everyone for showing up tonight. It's a pleasure to see you all right before the holiday season. And all this wonderful food makes me drooling already, super hungry now. Wow,
For those of
looks like
you
fun.
didn't get a chance to win the prize, holiday season special because you're On Lok's friend of On Lok, special prize. And a happy holiday. Make sure you order it for yourself or some of your friends and relatives for holiday season. Anyway,
Thank you very much, Chef Yan. Just a little reminder before we go. We're gonna see you next year. Yeah.
Yeah, happy holiday. Merry Christmas.
Hey.
Happy New Year. And this is all to everybody working and associated with On Lok. Happy holiday.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
happy holiday season. Bye-bye, Chef Yan. So just a little housekeeping item. We're gonna post more information about the upcoming event. And meanwhile, follow us on Facebook and YouTube/On Lok. And this recording will be uploaded next week. And then if you miss it or if you want to see more, we review it again, just check out our On Lok, our YouTube page next week, and also follow us, search us on facebook.com. And thank you very much for joining us tonight. Thank you very much. Happy holiday, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year for every one of you. Enjoy and bye-bye.